Hi, everyone. Welcome back to my channel USA Old Coins. Today we're diving into the fascinating world of old United States coins. From the shiny Lincoln pennies to rare Jefferson nickels and historic Washington quarters, each coin tells a story about America's past. These coins aren't just currency, they're tiny pieces of history, carrying the art, culture, and milestones of their era. Whether you're a collector, history enthusiast, or just curious about the value hidden in your pocket change, you're in for an exciting journey. Let's explore the stories behind these iconic coins and uncover the treasures that lie in plain sight. Top 1. The year was 1940, and the United States stood at the edge of great change. The world was shifting, and even the smallest things, like the humble Lincoln wheat penny, carried stories far bigger than their size. Among all the coins minted that year, one particular 1940 Lincoln wheat penny shines above the rest, becoming a true treasure for collectors and history lovers alike. The Lincoln wheat penny series began in 1909, honoring one of America's most respected presidents, Abraham Lincoln. Its design was a tribute to honesty, freedom, and leadership. By 1940, the penny had already become a familiar piece of American life, passed from hand to hand in daily transactions. When you hold a 1940 Lincoln wheat penny, you're holding a tiny time capsule from an era when every cent truly mattered. People used these pennies to buy newspapers, candies, and small necessities, not realizing some of these coins would one day be worth a fortune. The obverse of the coin displays the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. His initials VDB, once controversial in earlier years, had become a proud mark of artistic identity. That subtle signature still whispers from the past, reminding us of the human hand behind the masterpiece. On the reverse, two simple wheat stalks frame the words 1 cent and United States of America. The wheat symbolizes growth, prosperity, and the spirit of a nation rebuilding through challenging times. In 1940, this symbolism was deeply meaningful. 3 main mints produced the Lincoln pennies that year: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Each had its own mint mark, Philadelphia with none, Denver with a D, and San Francisco with an S. These tiny letters can mean the difference between an ordinary coin and one that can change a collector's life. The Philadelphia Mint produced the majority of these pennies, making them the most common. However, the coins with the D and S mint marks often carried subtle differences, creating endless fascination for numismatists. One of the most captivating aspects of the 1940 Lincoln penny is the presence of rare varieties and striking errors. Some were double die strikes, where Lincoln's face or the lettering appears doubled, a mistake that collectors now treasure. There are also examples where the mint mark was repunched or slightly misplaced, making those coins incredibly desirable in the collecting world. Such errors transform an ordinary coin into a piece of art. Collectors today scour coin rolls, old jars, and inherited collections hoping to uncover one of these hidden gems. And who can blame them? Each discovery brings a rush of excitement and connection to America's history. Even the condition of a 1940 penny plays a massive role in its value. A heavily circulated one may just be a small memento of the past, but a coin that has survived in pristine condition, gleaming like the day it was struck, is something extraordinary. Imagine finding a coin from 1940 that still carries its original red luster, untouched by time. Such a coin tells a story of preservation, care, and perhaps a bit of luck over the decades. The 1940 Lincoln wheat penny has become more than just currency. It has become a cherished collectible, a conversation piece, and in rare cases, a life-changing discovery. There are stories of collectors stumbling upon one of these coins in a forgotten box or inside an old piggy bank, unaware of the treasure they hold. Those tales inspire thousands to look closer at their own pennies. Every tiny detail on the coin, the curve of Lincoln's coat, the sharpness of the lettering, the clean edges, matters when determining its worth. A small imperfection can mean a difference of thousands of dollars. The artistry of Victor D. Brenner ensured that even after decades, Lincoln's profile remains powerful and full of dignity. His design continues to inspire, symbolizing strength through simplicity. Collectors and historians view the 1940 wheat penny as a bridge between eras. It connects the Great Depression's end and the coming of World War II. Each penny minted that year carries the silent echoes of an America standing resilient. The beauty of this coin is not just in its copper shine but in its journey through time. Think of how many hands it passed through, how many stories it silently witnessed. For many numismatists, the thrill is in the hunt. The hope of discovering that one perfect coin keeps their passion alive. And the 1940 Lincoln wheat penny stands as a beacon for such dreams. Even those who are not collectors can appreciate the cultural and historical value embedded within this small piece of metal. It's a reminder that even the smallest things can hold great meaning. The combination of history, artistry, and rarity has made this coin a centerpiece in many elite collections. Museums and private collectors alike value it not only for its worth but for the story it tells. The fascination around this coin also reflects the timeless allure of Lincoln himself, a leader whose image continues to inspire unity and perseverance. Each year, new generations of collectors discover the magic of the Lincoln wheat penny, learning that coins are more than just currency, they are chapters of a nation's past, and among all the wheat pennies, the 1940 edition stands out as a symbol of endurance, craftsmanship, and hope during uncertain times. So, if you ever come across a 1940 Lincoln wheat penny, take a moment to study it closely. It might just be more valuable than you imagine. Some of these coins, in rare and immaculate condition, have been sold for staggering prices that can change someone's life forever. Collectors have witnessed bidding wars at auctions for the finest examples, where passion meets history in a battle for ownership of a true American gem. And now comes the most exciting part. Some rare 1940 Lincoln wheat pennies have reached a breathtaking value of $500,000. You have an old collection or a jar full of pennies at home? Take a closer look. You never know what history might be hiding inside. Comment below about your own coins, and our channel will gladly help you find out more about their story and value. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more fascinating coin stories, and make sure to like this video to support our journey in uncovering the treasures of American history. Top 2. In the middle of the 20th century, when America was stepping confidently into a new era of prosperity, a small copper coin quietly entered circulation, the 1950 Lincoln wheat penny. Though it looked ordinary to most people at the time, today it holds a story filled with history, artistry, and incredible value. The Lincoln wheat penny had already become a cherished part of American life by 1950. Since its introduction in 1909, it had carried the image of Abraham Lincoln, an enduring symbol of freedom and strength. Every person who held that coin touched a piece of national pride. By 1950, America was recovering from the turmoil of war and moving toward modern industrial progress. Yet, within that period of change, the humble penny remained a link to tradition, uniting generations through something familiar and trusted. The obverse side of the 1950 penny features the dignified portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. The detail in his expression, the calm eyes, the strong features, reflects a timeless respect for one of America's greatest leaders. The reverse side, two wheat stalks stand tall on either side of the words 1 cent and United States of America. These graceful stalks were not just decoration, they symbolized growth, abundance, and the hard-working spirit that defined the nation. 3 different U.S. mints produced the 1950 wheat penny: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Philadelphia's coins bore no mint mark, while Denver carried a small D, and San Francisco displayed an S. Each mint had its own unique characteristics, and subtle variations in strike or luster often determine a coin's rarity and desirability among collectors. The Philadelphia Mint produced the largest quantity of these pennies, making them fairly common at first glance. But not all coins were created equal. Some 1950 pennies possess tiny imperfections that have made them world famous today. One of the most sought-after types is the double die error, where the lettering or Lincoln's image appears doubled because of a slight misalignment during minting. These rare errors create coins unlike any other and command staggering prices. Another intriguing variation is the repunched mint mark, where the D or S was struck twice, slightly off-center. Such coins are highly valued, not just for rarity but for their story of human error in the minting process. Collectors love these flaws because they make the coin unique. What once was a mistake is now a masterpiece in the eyes of numismatists. condition plays a critical role in determining the value of any 1950 Lincoln wheat penny. A coin that has been passed around and worn down might be worth only its face value, but one that shines like the day it was made, now that's a true prize. Mint state or uncirculated examples of the 1950 penny can dazzle with their original red copper glow, untouched by time or hands. Such coins often look like tiny time machines, frozen from the mid-20th century. Finding a 1950 wheat penny in perfect condition is like uncovering a piece of living history. Each one tells a silent story of survival through the decades. Imagine the excitement of someone discovering one of these pennies in a forgotten box, realizing it's not just an old coin, it's a treasure. Those moments of discovery are what fuel collectors' passion across generations. The charm of the 1950 Lincoln wheat penny lies in its simplicity and symbolism. It represents hard work, unity, and the timeless values America was built upon. Over the years, the penny's design changed, but the wheat penny remains a favorite among collectors for its beauty and nostalgia. It reminds us of a time when copper coins gingled in every pocket, carrying stories of everyday life. Even those who don't collect coins can appreciate the artistry and meaning behind this small piece of metal. The combination of design and historical context gives the 1950 penny a soul. Fascinating to think that millions were produced, yet only a handful are worth a fortune. That's the magic of numismatics, finding extraordinary value in the ordinary. Auction houses and collectors' conventions still buzz with excitement whenever a flawless or error 1950 wheat penny appears. These coins often spark bidding wars fueled by history and passion. For some, it's not just about owning a rare coin, it's about holding a piece of America's legacy, a connection to Lincoln, and a tangible reminder of progress. Each curve, letter, and grain on the coin was struck with precision, intended for everyday use. Yet time and chance transformed a few into rare jewels of immense worth. The Lincoln portrait, standing proudly on the obverse, continues to inspire admiration. His face has endured for more than a century on the nation's coinage, making the wheat penny an everlasting tribute. Collectors often say that every wheat penny tells a story. The 1950 version, in particular, tells one of post-war resilience and the power of preservation. Remarkable how such a small coin can carry so much meaning, how a single cent can reflect the journey of a great nation. So next time you see an old Lincoln wheat penny, take a closer look. The date 1950 might just be the key to something extraordinary. Hidden among millions of pennies could be that one special coin whose value defies belief. A 1950 wheat penny so rare and pristine that it could transform an ordinary discovery into a life-changing moment. Some of these rare 1950 Lincoln wheat pennies have been sold for an astonishing amount, reaching $400,000. You have an old penny collection? Check your coins carefully, you never know what secret treasure you might be holding. Comment below and tell us about your own coins, and our channel will help you find out more about their story and value. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more fascinating coin stories, and remember to like this video to support our journey in uncovering America's hidden treasures. Top 3. In 1952, America was full of optimism. The war years were behind, the economy was growing, and the sound of jingling coins in people's pockets told stories of progress and prosperity. Among those coins, one stood out quietly but beautifully: the Lincoln wheat penny. The 1952 edition of this coin carried the same simple design but held within it a world of history, artistry, and mystery. The Lincoln wheat penny had been in circulation for over 4 decades by that time. Its familiar face was more than just currency, it was a tribute to honesty, courage, and leadership, honoring President Abraham Lincoln, one of the nation's most beloved figures. Every 1952 Lincoln wheat penny represents a bridge between America's past and its modern era. It's a coin that connects the spirit of hard-working citizens with the artistry of the U.S. Mint. The obverse of the coin proudly features the portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner in 1909. His profile stands firm, dignified, and timeless, a symbol of strength through unity and perseverance. Turn the coin over, and you'll see 2 wheat stalks arching gracefully around the words 1 cent and United States of America. Those ears of wheat are more than decoration. They represent the harvest of freedom and growth that Lincoln's leadership helped sow. 3 different mints produced this coin, Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Each mint left its own subtle mark, giving every coin its unique place in numismatic history. The Philadelphia coins had no mint mark, the Denver coins displayed a small D, and San Francisco proudly stamped an S. While millions of 1952 pennies were produced, only a few have stood the test of time in perfect condition. And that's where the story of rarity and value begins. Collectors know that not every coin from 1952 is worth a fortune, but those with special characteristics, unusual color, perfect preservation, or rare minting errors can be worth an incredible amount today. Some of the most fascinating varieties include the double die obverse, where Lincoln's image or the date appears slightly doubled due to a striking error. These accidental masterpieces are a dream find for any collector. Another rare version is the repunched mint mark, in which the D or S mint mark was stamped more than once, creating a shadow-like effect. These details are small but priceless to those who know what to look for. Condition, too, plays a major role. A coin that circulated heavily, passing through hundreds of hands, may only be worth a cent. But a coin that has survived untouched, gleaming with its original red luster, can command astonishing value. Imagine discovering a 1952 penny that still shines like it did the day it was minted, bright copper radiance reflecting over 70 years of history. Such a coin is nothing short of miraculous. The artistry in Brenner's design makes the Lincoln wheat penny a masterpiece even beyond its value. The careful engraving, the balance of the design, and the simple elegance of the wheat ears all contribute to its enduring appeal. In the 1950s, these pennies were part of everyday life. Children saved them in jars, adults used them for groceries, and no one could have guessed that one day some of those very coins would be worth small fortunes. Collectors today treasure the 1952 penny for both its aesthetic beauty and its historical importance. Each coin is a time traveler from a decade defined by hope and prosperity. Also fascinating how certain coins from this year emerged with unusual color tones, deep red, bright orange, or chocolate brown, depending on how they were stored. These natural variations add even more charm. As time passed, the wheat reverse design was replaced in 1959 by the Lincoln Memorial design, ending a historic chapter. That change made every wheat penny even more special, especially those minted just before the transition, like the 1952 edition. When you hold a 1952 Lincoln wheat penny, you're holding a symbol of mid-century America, an artifact that saw a time when gas was cheap, cars were growing larger, and optimism filled the air. The allure of this coin lies not just in its copper shine but in the stories it carries. Every mark, every preserved edge, whispers of decades gone by. Numismatists, coin experts, spend years studying coins like the 1952 wheat penny, learning how to spot differences that separate a valuable gem from a common cent. Many treasure hunters have found life-changing surprises in old jars, inherited collections, or forgotten drawers. The joy of discovery never fades. At auctions, rare 1952 Lincoln wheat pennies in mint state condition often draw intense competition. Collectors know that only a handful of examples exist in near-perfect form, and when error coins appear on the market, the excitement multiplies. Each one tells a unique story of imperfection turned perfection. It's amazing how something so small, a simple penny, can carry so much cultural and historical weight. It reminds us that value isn't always about size, but about meaning. These coins, humble as they may seem, embody the spirit of America, hard work, resilience, and the pursuit of excellence. So, if you come across a 1952 Lincoln wheat penny, don't overlook it. That little coin could be a piece of history worth far more than you imagine. The charm of the Lincoln wheat penny never fades, and the 1952 edition continues to shine bright in the eyes of collectors worldwide. After all, some rare 1952 Lincoln wheat pennies have sold for the incredible amount of $380,000. You have any old pennies lying around? Take a closer look. You might be holding a fortune without even knowing it. Comment below and tell us about your coins, and our channel will gladly help you find out their story and value. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more fascinating coin stories, and make sure to like this video to support our journey in uncovering America's hidden treasures.